Hi guys, how are you all? So good morning everyone. So I'm going to start the MCQs for our making of Indian Constitution. So we have completed the explanation in totally 8 videos. So have done 8 videos for this and making of the Indian Constitution, and as I promised I'll provide you the MCQs also. So I'm giving you the MCQs. So these MCQs are collected from different old question papers of different competitive exams, and of course some of them are prepared by my own. And doing MCQs is equally important because it will help you to understand how far you understood the topic and still how much you have to cover the topic. It will help you to revise the topic also. So please do not neglect the MCQs, but I suggest you not to go for the MCQs directly without going through the explanation, because explanation is very important. Only after going through the explanation come to these MCQs. Alright, now let's move on. The first MCQ for today, without wasting much of our time. The Constituent Assembly of India was set up under the framework of, means the question here is you have to identify under which of these following the Constituent Assembly was formed, right? So let's see the options here. Option A, Cripps Mission 1942, Cabinet Mission 1946, Simon Commission 1927, and D, none of the above. So here, in order to identify because of which of the following mission we got the Constituent Assembly, first of all you have to know what is these missions. What are these missions that you have to identify. Right, so just a minute guys. So first, coming to the first option in this MCQ, see the first option here is the Cripps Mission Plan. So what is this Cripps Mission Plan? Let's go into the details of this. The Cripps Mission Plan we got in 1942, given by Sir Stanford Cripps. He was a cabinet minister. He came to India with a proposal. What was the proposal of the Sir Stanford Cripps? He said they are ready to frame the constitution for India. But the condition here is the two major political parties has to come to an agreement. So who are the two major political parties here? INC and the Muslim League. Right, I told you INC means Indian National Congress and the Muslim League. Muslim League, they are demanding for a separate constitution and a separate state. So now the Muslim League and the INC, they have to come to an agreement and they have to decide. Then only we will get the Constitution of India. This was a condition put forward by the Sir Stanford Cripps. But what was the result of this mission? The mission has failed. Why the mission failed? Because both the political parties, they could not come to an agreement. And frankly, even Sir Stanford Cripps was not in favor of the partition of India. So the Cripps Mission Plan has failed. We did not get the Constituent Assembly because of the Cripps Mission. So answer for this question, the first option is not a right answer. Just delete this. Now let's move on to the next one. That is the next option is Cabinet Mission Plan. See here the second option here, Cabinet Mission Plan. So let's see what is this Cabinet Mission Plan. Guys, let me tell you one thing. I have given a explanation for all of these in my explanatory videos. I'm just giving here the gist of it. So for a better explanation, you please go through the explanatory videos. That will be very good for you rather than this one, right? After going for that, then come to this MCQs. Whatever, let's move on with the Cabinet Mission Plan. The Cabinet Mission Plan was given in 1946. And who are the members of this Cabinet Mission Plan? We are having 3 members in this Cabinet Mission Plan. Let's see the names of them. Lord Petnick Lawrence, Sir Stanford Cripps, and A.V. Alexander. So this is again one of the important item, because many times it was asked in the old question papers, like how many members do we have in the Cabinet Mission Plan? And who of the following are the members of the cabinet mission plan? These were the questions that were asked many times. Right. So here, just move on. The Cabinet Mission Plan rejected the claim for a separate constituent assembly and a separate state for Muslims. So here in the Cabinet Mission Plan also, just like the Cripps Mission Plan, they rejected for the partition of India. They rejected for a two separate constituent assemblies. But they accepted for a single constituent assembly formation. And here one more point. See the second person here, Sir Stanford Cripps. He is a person who is the who gave us the Cripps Mission Plan. The person who gave the Cripps Mission Plan is a member of the Cabinet Mission Plan also. Right. So the Constituent Assembly was formed because of the Cabinet Mission Plan. Yes, the Cabinet Mission Plan, they rejected for the two constituent assemblies. But a single constituent assembly was formed. So what is our answer? The answer here is the Cabinet Mission Plan. So because of the Cabinet Mission Plan, we got the Constituent Assembly, that was in November 1946. So we got the answer for this question. The answer for this question is option B, Cabinet Mission Plan. But let's not leave this third option. Let's move to the third option also. We got the answer, but let's go to the third option. Simon Commission. What is the Simon Commission? Indian Statutory Commission, also referred to as a Simon Commission. Okay. And 7-member commission. This is a 7-member commission. In this commission, we are having 7 members and the chairman was Sir John Simon. So, and in this Simon Commission, the chairman for the Simon Commission was Sir John Simon. The commission arrived to India in 1928 to study the constitutional reforms in the British constitutional reforms of the British. And this commission was strongly opposed by many of the Indians. Okay, let me give you the story behind this. To examine the working of the reforms in the British government decided that a commission would send to India, right, to examine the effects of the British government constitutional reforms. They want to appoint a commission, and this commission was appointed by the British. Right. In November 1927, the British government appointed this commission to report on the constitutional process for introducing constitutional reforms. The commission was strongly opposed by many of the Indians. Why? Why this was strongly opposed? Because all the members in the commission are Britishers, at least not even one member from the India. So this commission was strongly opposed. Right. So here, by doing this MCQs, see how many points you got. The answer is Cabinet Mission Plan, no doubt in that. But you came to know what is Simon Commission. You came to know what is the Cripps Mission Plan. So, don't blindly go for by hatting the MCQs. Go for the explanation also. You may feel that it is waste of time present, but by doing a single MCQs, you will go for, with the explanation, you will go for much more MCQs. You can do much more MCQs. So, never go for any like by hatting process. Now, moving on to the next MCQ. The all-important drafting committee had 2 distinguished lawyers along with the chairman. Okay, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. They were. So, let me explain you the question here. What the question is saying is, in the drafting committee, we are having 2 lawyers. Okay, of course, the chairman is a lawyer. Who is the chairman of the drafting committee? Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So, chairman is a lawyer by profession. But other than the chairman, we are having 2 distinguished lawyers in the drafting committee. So, who are there? Actually, guys, this question was taken from the old question paper. And This question shows you how much depth you have to go for your examination preparation. Means you will normally we will remember the members in the committee. We will remember the chairman of who is the chairman of the committee. But here this question is asking the profession of the members also. So you have to remember each and every point, because we don't know from which corner the question will be asked, right? So let me give you the answer here. C is the right answer for this. So what is this C? Let me show you. The C is B.N. Raoji and S.N. Mukherjee. B.N. Rao and the C is Alladi Krishnaswamy Iyerji and K.M. Munshiji. These two persons, excuse me, let me explain you. The C means Alladi Krishnaswamy Iyer and K.M. Munshi. These two persons, they were the lawyers by profession. So other than these two persons, the chairman, that is Ambedkar ji, was also a lawyer. So altogether we are having 3 lawyers in this. So I gave the answer for this, but let me give you the explanation also. The drafting committee set up on August 29th, 1947. This point we have discussed already, right? It was this committee that was entrusted with the task of preparing the draft of the new constitution. What for we have formed a drafting committee? To prepare the draft of the constitution, and it is having 7 members. The drafting committee is having 7 members along with our chairman. So who is the chairman of this drafting committee? See here, I gave you the list of all the 7 members. The chairman of this drafting committee was Ambedkar ji. So along with Ambedkar ji, we are also having 6 more members. See, all the members I have given. You need to remember these members, because sometimes in your questions you may get like, who of the following is not a member. So in order to identify who of the following is not a member, you have to know who are the following are the members of the committee. So along with Ambedkar ji, Gopalaswamy Iyer ji, Krishnaswamy Iyer, Munshi, and Muhammad Saidullah, and Madhav Rao and Madhav Rao ji, and Krishnamacharya. So I have also given the profession of each of these persons. See, Ambedkar ji, you know, he is a lawyer. Then the second person here, Gopalaswamy Iyer ji, he is an assistant professor. Alladi Krishnaswamy Iyer and Munshi, he were the lawyers. And Syed Muhammad Saidullah, he is the Prime Minister of Assam in British India. And Madhav Rao ji, he was a civil servant. And see here, he was replaced by B.L. Mitra ji. B.L. Mitra ji was the original member of the drafting committee, but because of his ill health, he just resigned it. Then in place of B.L. Mitra, we got the Madhav Rao ji, and Madhav Rao ji was a civil servant at that time. Right. Again, Krishnamacharya, he replaced the Kaitan, D.P. Kaitan. D.P. Kaitan ji, he died in between in 1948. So when he died, he was replaced by Krishnamacharya, and he is the professor by profession. Right. So you have to remember the professions also. Just remember one thing, we don't know from which corner the question will be asked in the examination, and we can't leave at least 1 mark. 1 mark plays an important role in our preparation. Right. So now moving on to the next MCQ. After the decision of creating a separate constituent assembly of Pakistan in 1947, the membership of the Constituent Assembly of India was reduced to 299 from 389 earlier. What was the total number of members from the provinces of the Constituent Assembly? See here, let me explain you what is the question here. The question saying that, so initially we have formed the Constituent Assembly. saying that we won't have a separate constituent assembly. By the time when we formed the constituent assembly, the number of members were 389 members. Both Pakistan members, means Muslim League members, in British India members, and the princely state members. But later on, the Muslim League demand was fulfilled and the separate constitution for the Muslim League Pakistan demand will be there. At that time, the number of members have been reduced. Means whoever the Muslim League members, the Pak members are there, they are going to separate him. So then the number has reduced to 299. So the constituent members in India were 299. But the question here is, what was the total number from the provinces, British provinces? So here these 299 members are from the British India and also from the princely states. So you have to know how many members are there in the British India members, leaving behind the princely state. So this is the question. Hope you understood the question. You have to identify the British India members after the decision of the separate constitution for the Pakistan. See the options here: 229, 70 and 292. Last option 93. So let me give you the explanation for this. First, I'll give you the answer. The answer here is the British provinces members were the 229. Okay. So here, see here, originally the Indian provinces number was the 296. Originally, before the decision of separate constitution for Pakistan. Originally, Indian provinces members were 296. Princely state members were 93. So totally we had 396 members. Sorry, 389 members. Out of this 389 members, who all are included under this? INC members, Muslim League members and the princely state members were included. Clear? But later on they have decided that we will have a separate Pakistan, means a separate state from India, and the Muslim League demand was fulfilled. So since they have decided to form a Pakistan, they need a separate constitution. So if they need a separate constitution, they need a separate constituent assembly. So they decided to frame a separate constituent assembly. When they decided to frame a separate constituent assembly, the members of the Muslim League have been separated. Then the number of constituent assembly was 299. Out of this 299, 229 are the Indian provinces, British provinces number, and 70 from the princely states. So these two figures are very important, but this question shows that even you have to remember these figures also. So please do not neglect. Again and again I am saying for you guys, each and every point is very important, and how we can remember these many numbers, these many dates, means the only option that I know is, the only trick that I can suggest you is revise. Revise many number of times. Okay, just reading once or twice is not sufficient. You have to remember this for a whole of 1 year, because you have to complete your prelims, mains and to attend the interview. So since then, just revise. Revise is the only option that I know. There is no shortcut for your success. So please remember that. Next, moving on to the next MCQ, the constitution was passed and adopted on which of the following days? You guys can easily answer this. Let's see the options: 24th January 1950, 26th January 1950 and 26th November 1949. Last option, 29th of August 1947. The question here is passed and adopted, right? So you guys know the answer here. The C is the right answer. That is 26th November 1949. You can find this date 26th November 1949 in the preamble also. Right. So please remember this date. So moving on. So answer for this is C. So that's all for today's guys. So I'll go for much more MCQs in the next video. Okay, I'll totally provide some 5 to 6 videos for these MCQs. I'll try to do it a bit fast. So because many of you are demanding for a bit fast movement, so I'll go for a bit fast. Means I'll upload the videos a bit fast, and then we will go for the next topic in our constitution or in our polity. Along with that, I'll provide you the history. I'll come up with the next video with the history video, so that we'll move simultaneously for both polity as well as for history. Right. So subscribe the channel and click the bell icon so that you'll get the further notifications if any. And please do not hesitate to ask any questions if you're having. I'll definitely answer for your questions, and if you're having any comments or compliments, please post them also, right? Because your comments help me to correct myself, and if any compliments are there, it will help me to boost my energy, right? All the best guys. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.